Hey everybody, this is Christopher Brower here with Daily Motor, and today we're driving the 2022 Ford Maverick XLT Hybrid. This is one that I've really been looking forward to, especially now that we have a Ford Maverick in our personal long-term fleet over here at Daily Motor. It's a little bit different. It's a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, and this cyber orange example that we're driving here today is the 2.5-liter hybrid front-wheel drive only example. So I've really been looking forward to driving this configuration because if I were to have a Maverick, I think this is the way I would have it. Such a cool little truck, a cool idea from Ford to sell this car slash truck, whatever you want to call it, alongside their current lineup. And for such a low price, you can have a Maverick from just $19,995. This particular one we're driving today is about 24 grand, and with everything said out the door with destination, it's only about 25. So for 25 grand, you can have this little truck. Look at that, it's even got a spray-in bed liner. Yeah, we've even got some little tie downs back here. If you want, you can option in some power outlets. This one does not have that option, but that's okay. 1,500 pound payload for the back of this truck, so lots of mulch and plants or wood or whatever you want to throw back there. This will most likely handle it with no problem. You can see we've got our little hybrid badge here on the tailgate. I think an overall very, very nice and fun design. It doesn't really look like a scaled down version of a Ranger or an F-150. It kind of has its own design language, and I like that. I like that it's kind of its own unique truck. All right, let's go ahead and sit in the back seat of this truck because I am freezing and I no longer want to be outside. All right, stepping on back here. This driver's seat is adjusted for my driving position. I am a 5'11" individual, and due to this little cutout in the seat, I've got plenty of room. I've also got lots of headroom due to the fact that this car does not have a sunroof, but I think either way, I would have plenty of room back here. We've got a light colored headliner. We have what's called navy pier as our interior color. I really like what Ford has been doing with their cloth interiors lately on some of their new cars. This, the Bronco Sport, the big Bronco, the Explorer Timberline, all of it looks very cool and unique to other cars that are on the market. And if I could choose one word to describe the interior in this truck, and when we get up there, you'll be able to tell, that word would be unique. Got an armrest here and an armrest here. I mean, I could ride back here on a road trip. It's a little bit tight, but I think overall, it's all you need. I mean, this is a $19,000 base price truck. What else could you ask for? They're all sold with the same cab configuration, so they're all Super Crew or 4-door, whatever you want to call it. And it's just a really nice, refreshing place to be in here. All right, let's go ahead and move up front. Check these door panels out. Oh man. Such a unique look here with our navy pier color. We've got this really cool gray, like speckled material. And then these are our pull handles to get in and out. Look at that. Pretty cool stuff. Up here is also a pretty nice place to be when you consider the price point of this truck. We've got that blue material all along the top of the dash. No leather really, but you gotta keep considering that price point. Really nice seat design up here as well. We've got lots of orange things down here, little orange inserts that pop out. So if you're really not a fan of the orange, I guess you could just get rid of these and have blue, but I like how the orange looks in here. We've got that on our vents as well, and on these little handles to pull the doors shut. Unfortunately, we don't have a leather steering wheel in this particular Maverick, but you can get the XLT luxury package or just go up to the next trim level and have a leather steering wheel. But I really like the base model-ishness of this XLT trim and even the XL. We do have wired Apple CarPlay with this sync system, but of course we still have just the normal Ford infotainment here. Apple CarPlay seems to work pretty nicely, fits the screen great. Reacts nicely there. We've got this little storage compartment next to the infotainment. I haven't quite worked out yet what you would actually put in there, but comment down below if you know what you would put in there. Another little bin up here. Glove box is nice and deep. A lot of different storage compartments down here. I found out yesterday that McDonald's French fries fit quite well in that one. This whole orange tray pops out as well, but I've got a nice little spot for my phone down here. In fact, it's got a little outline of a phone under it to show you that's where your phone's supposed to go. Center console is also pretty deep and useful. Get all this stuff out of here. Yeah, we got a full thing of antibacterial wipes and a beanie. All fits nicely. Dial shifter, electronic parking brake. We've got our drive mode selector down here. Tow haul, slippery, eco, sport, and normal. Pretty standard Ford drive modes. Traction control off, which looks kind of like a snail. We've got a nice physical panel here for our climate control, fan control, as well as temperature over here on the right. Everything just feels and works very nicely in here, and it's kind of refreshing to be in something that's unique, like this little truck. All right, well, enough of that. Why don't we take this Maverick out on the daily motor test route and see what it's like to drive. When we throw this thing into reverse, we get that backup noise here. Decent quality backup camera, not the most crystal clear unit that I've seen. But again, I think for the price point, it does just fine. It's actually kind of hard to see in the dark, but we'll just gloss over that for now. You can hear that electric motor whirring as we set off here. I always like to play the game to see how long I can go in electric mode before the gas motor cuts in. Let's go over this speed bump here. Yeah. And there's our gas motor cutting in. Oh, we've got some beautiful light today. It is golden hour right now. Probably looks epic on our cyber orange paint, which is actually yellow, but we gloss over that for now. All right, and a pretty smooth power delivery, a smooth switch over from electric to gas. No matter what, all of the inputs and movements on this truck are all very smooth, and that's really nice. So under the hood, we have a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, and that's of course mated to an electric motor. Now combined power output is 191 horsepower, and it's really all you'd ever need. Very smooth power delivery, as I said, and it's pretty quick for what it is. Got a pretty nice overall steering feel. Not the most connected, but the truck still feels nimble. This is still a small car, and now that I think about it, I think this is the cheapest vehicle that Ford currently makes. So if you had a Fiesta back in 2018, this is like what you'd replace it with if you went to trade it in. That's actually kind of cool to think about, that their cheapest car, oh yeah, hold on, oof, not too bad through there. Their cheapest car isn't some crummy SUV, it's a pickup truck, and it's a fun one at that. So all Mavericks come standard with this gray kind of playground material. I don't know what other way to put it. It's like a hard plastic, like playground slide material on the inside, and normally I would give a car grief for having such a material, but I think in this particular setting it works for me. I think it goes with the sort of overall theme of this interior and truck, and it just works really well. And I know it looks kind of cheap, but it doesn't feel cheap. A lot of the materials in here feel actually very solid, and I don't really have any complaints other than my very normal complaint about not having a leather steering wheel. Look at that road holding through there, flashing traction light, and plenty of power with that 2.5 liter hybrid powertrain. Propels me out of the corner no problem. If you're cross shopping the 2.5 hybrid versus the 2 liter turbo EcoBoost, I don't really know why you'd have the EcoBoost. The only thing I can think of is towing. So this hybrid Maverick can tow about 2,000 pounds, whereas the 2-liter turbo gas-only engine can tow about 4,000 pounds. So if you want to tow a little boat or something, you'd have to have the 2-liter EcoBoost. Oh, also, if you want all-wheel drive, you've got to have the EcoBoost as well. But I think for most people, this little front-wheel drive hybrid truck is going to do just fine. Not too bad they're over our rough ride section either. A little bit bouncy, but nothing really alarming. Make sure to stay tuned for the fuel economy test on this Maverick. In fact, it may already be up by the time you're watching this video. Coming now into understeer. It handles pretty nice. I mean, honestly, for what it is, I do like the way that it drives. I like the way that it's damped. I like the steering feel. I find myself saying for what it is a lot, and I think that that's kind of important with this car because it is so cheap. I mean, this is going on to be probably one of the cheapest cars on sale in America at this point. I know the cheapest car is what, the Chevy Spark, about $14,000. But this is a pickup truck, and it's not even that much more expensive than a crummy little Chevy Spark. I really like this truck, and I like what it stands for. It gives mostly everyone access to a pickup truck. It's like the modern day Volkswagen Beetle, and it's really not so bad. I mean, material-wise, it's really, really solid for the price that you're paying, especially on this level. The XLT may be the sweet spot. Yes, the Mini Countryman has blocked us today from a quick entrance ramp. Oh well. What a blinding golden hour it is today. All right, here we go, flat out. Oh, being stomped by a Countryman. Come on, truck. Couldn't catch him the whole time. Oh. Well, there you have it. It's not quite as fast as a Mini Countryman, but it will keep up in sort of a linear fashion there. I really do like this truck. And it does still feel truckish. Looking out over this bonnet, or hood, it feels kind of wide and like large and in charge, even though it's not that big of a vehicle. It's still pretty wide and chunky, and doesn't just feel like a crummy little economy car. Yeah. Really, really kind of fun to hustle this thing around. I imagine lots of small businesses are going to be hustling Mavericks around city centers, doing handbrake turns. You know what? That's something that this truck could use. A mechanical handbrake. You could get into so much trouble with this. A fun little front-wheel drive truck with a mechanical handbrake. As it is, though. Fun little thing to hustle around. It's going to be perfect for small businesses like landscaping companies and things like that to just throw mulch in the back, tow around a tiny little utility trailer, and yeah, perfect little truck for that. You don't need to have the Ranger at this point. You don't need a base model F-150. I think that this Maverick is really going to fulfill the needs of like 90% of small business owners that don't need to carry around that much stuff. I mean, shoot, you could even tow a lawnmower with this. That's less than 2,000 pounds. You get a little trailer and a lawnmower. All of the things this can be usable for. So the Maverick comes in 3 different trim levels: the XL, the XLT, and the Lariat. Ford is kind of borrowing from the F-150 and the Ranger in that respect, and I think that's okay. It makes sense to repeat Ford buyers, and it's not too hard to understand having only 3 trim levels. The XL is the base. It even comes with steel wheels. This is the XLT. It's the mid-grade. And then the Lariat is more of the luxury-focused Maverick. That truck comes with leather seats standard, a leather steering wheel. It's got a brown interior as opposed to this navy, pear, and orange setup. All 3 trim levels are available with either engine. They all come standard with this 2.5 liter hybrid motor, and you can upgrade to that 2 liter EcoBoost in any of the trims. I think if I were to spec a Maverick, I'd have an XLT with the luxury pack, because of course I have to have my leather steering wheel. It's only like a $2,000 add-on. It gets you heated seats, leather steering wheel, and a couple of other things. But I spec'd it out earlier, and it was about 27 grand all said and done with destination and everything. And I really don't think that's too bad with what you get with this little package that Ford offers. Pricing as well from trim to trim is not super drastic. The XL starts at $19,900, the XLT starts somewhere around $22,000, and the Lariat is about $25,000. So if you really all you care about is having a little bit more of a luxurious interior, you can have a standard Lariat for 25 grand and get all the leather and other things, and there you have it. All right, everyone, well, that's gonna wrap it up for us today on our test drive of this hybrid Ford Maverick. I really like the idea of the hybrid powertrain in this small truck. I think it's going to make a lot of people happy with its fuel economy, its quietness, its smoothness. I don't know, I think Ford's got something really good here with this little truck, and I'm so excited to see what else they come out with. Got Charlie and Nathan over there taking up where I usually end my reviews, so I guess I'm going over to this parking lot today. But seriously, I think Ford's got a real good one on their hands here. It's priced so fairly. I think it looks great. I love the interior. I love the materials they use in here. It's really hard to complain with anything about this besides the rattle that's been bothering me over there. But other than the rattle, which probably won't be on all Mavericks, it could just be this one, not too sure about that, but other than that, this is a really solid little truck that would suit so many people's lifestyles so well. We do have a key, which I didn't show you earlier because I left it running because it's negative a million degrees outside in Michigan right now. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for us today. Look at that cyber orange with that sunset behind it. I quite like the cyber orange. I don't know that I'd have cyber, but I think it looks pretty cool. And it's also yellow, it's not orange. I don't know why they call it cyber orange. Cyber yellow, we'll call it that. All right, everyone, well, thanks so much for watching. It's been a pleasure driving this little truck today, and I hope you stay tuned for all of our other Maverick content with this truck, as well as Charlie's personal 2-liter Maverick. So thanks so much for watching. This has been Christopher Brower here with Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.